Hello, book reading friends. I'm doing a book haul video this time around rather than a readathon update because I got some books. Our story begins. There was a series I wanted to reread, and for whatever reason, I didn't own them all on my Kindle. I owned some of them, but not all of them. And I went searching to make sure I had the series right in my head because there are the main books, and then there is a prequel novella, and then there's another little between the novels story in a couple of places. So I wanted to make sure I had the book order right in my head. So rather than just going straight to Amazon and looking up the books, I went and looked up the series online. And as a part of my Google search, I stumbled across this website called thriftbooks.com, which is either going to be fabulous for my budget or terrible for my bookshelves. I haven't decided which. But I found the two books that I needed. This is a part of the Stonebraid Chronicles, post-apocalyptic. Certain people have special powers, and those who know about the special powers are trying to keep them under wraps and hidden. I've read the prequel. I have the prequel novella. I have Thunder on my Kindle. The next book in the series, I believe, is Lightning. Maybe I'm wrong. It could be Storm. Nope, it's Lightning. So this is the next book after Thunder, which is on my Kindle, Lightning, and then Storm. And I realized I picked these up for less than $5 a piece at thriftbooks.com and went, well, okay, this is pretty cool. Fast forward to about a week ago, right around the 18th of February, I went to the library because it's, a regular weekly thing for me. And on the way out of the library itself, I passed the Friends of the Library bookstore. Now, our library building, when you walk in the front door, there's bathrooms, there's a big, community announcement bulletin board, there's this little bookstore, Friends of the Library, there are meeting rooms, then the library. The purpose of the Friends of the Library bookstore is to raise money for the library. So it's a great place to unhaul your books. When the library gets rid of books on their shelves, they go there. Some of the books I bought still have the spine tag. And I wandered through. I never really spent a lot of time in there, but I wandered through just to see if anything caught my eye. Title, book cover, something. And I found 5 new books. Catch is, some of them are part of a series. And I'm what my youngest daughter calls a completionist. She's the same way as I am. She has to read the whole series. She can't not finish a series. Even if the series starts to stink after a while, even if it just gets bad a few books in, she will read the whole series just because she can't stand not finishing it. Neither one of us is very good about DNFing books either. So I found several, which led to more purchases on thriftbooks.com, which led to free books. Because here's the thing, thriftbooks.com, every purchase earns you points. After so many points, you get a $5 voucher for a free book. I've never spent more than, I think $4.69 is the most expensive book I've bought. And some of these are hardback. Some of these are like the full-sized hardback. And I've not spent more than $5 on a book. Over a certain dollar amount, shipping is free in the US. So we're just going to jump right in because I've got a lot of books to cover. And I'm going to try to put the series together for you. I don't know that I'll have them in the right order, but I'll do my best. This one caught my eye. I'm a big fan of retellings. Just started the Nightmareverse series, the Nightmareverse saga, whatever it's called, as a part of Black History Month. A Blade So Black, and I read that one and have returned it to the library already, and then A Dream So Deadly is sitting in my library pile over there. This is a retelling of Sleeping Beauty, except in this version, Princess of Thorns by Stacey J. In this version, the main character's name is Princess Aurora. Her mother was Sleeping Beauty. She sacrificed herself so that Aurora could have her own fairy magic. And the catch is she'll never know romantic love. Platonic love is the most she'll ever know. Her brother gets taken, I think. Yeah, her brother's captured by the Queen's men. She disguises herself as a boy, determined to free her brother because it's the only person it's safe for her to be around because platonic love is all she can feel. Needless to say, there's a prince. He's got to be married by his 18th birthday or he'll die, Prince Nicholas. And when he meets Aurora, he initially thinks it's her brother because she's disguised as a boy. So I'm intrigued. The little subtitle caption here says, "Sometimes you must fight for happily ever after." And like I said, remember how I said that some of these are old library books? There's just the spine sticker still on it. So I'm excited about this one. This one intrigues me. This one, super excited about. It's an Own Voices book. It's called Honor. I believe the author's name is pronounced Elif Shafak. She's a Turkish woman. Interestingly enough, I have found some TED Talks that she's done, as well as on her website and other information and things. She's had police show up at her house and demand to see her books, demand to know what she's writing. That's a world I will never encounter or understand. The story takes place in the mid 1940s. There are a pair of twin sisters born in a Kurdish village, and one of them stays in the village, becomes a midwife. The other one gets married. Eventually, she and her family in the 70s moved to London to make a new life for themselves. And it's a lot of culturally, how much do they hold on to the culture that they came from, and how much should they adapt? How much should they become immersed in the culture in which they are now living? Dad can't handle it, and at some point in time walks out on the family, so the son sort of has to become the man of the house, and then his mom starts dating. So I'm excited to, the interesting thing is the author herself, yeah, she's the most widely read female writer in Turkey. She is an award-winning best-selling novelist. I'm here for this. She's also written a book that's nonfiction that I'd love to read called Black Milk, which is the story of her, I think it's her own personal story of dealing with postpartum depression, which is a powerful story in and of itself. These next 3 books I picked up as well, and they're parts of series, and I will do my best to try to put the series in the right order because I have started adding to them. This is David Gibbons, has a whole Ancient Egypt series. But the thing that drew me to this book, I mean, it's a great cover, right? It's a fun cover. You've got a scuba diver, but you've also got like the Sphinx. Like you've got mixtures of cultures. Underneath the author's name on the front cover, it says, "What do you get if you cross Indiana Jones with Dan Brown?" The answer is David Gibbons. I've read some of Dan Brown. It's not the most exciting thing I've ever read, but I liked it. It was okay. But I love a good Indiana Jones movie. So I'm intrigued. Historical artifacts are obviously going to be a huge part of it, but then also their impact on the current world, I believe, is what is going on here. So I have added to this somewhere. I've added to the series. Oh, here it is. This is one I haven't quite gotten very far with completing yet. Atlantis, which is the first book in the series. And I just ordered Crusader Gold and the Lost Tomb, which are the next 2. Then there's Atlantis God, the Tiger Warrior, Mask of Troy, and then Pharaoh. So I needed to get through. So we're working on building this one up, but we're not very far yet. So this one, when I saw it, first of all, the cover is stunning, right? Like sassy woman ready to take charge and own things. Then I read just this line, Evelina Cooper, the niece of the great Sherlock Holmes, and I went, I'm in. I didn't read anything more than that. I love Sherlock Holmes. I've read everything that Sir Arthur Conan Doyle ever wrote. I've seen the movies with Robert Downey Jr. I've watched the BBC series with Benedict Cumberbatch. I watched Elementary, where we gender bent Watson and made Lucy Liu Watson, and so Watson is a female. This also has some steampunk elements to it. In a Victorian era ruled by a council of ruthless steam barons, mechanical power is the real monarch, and sorcery the demon enemy of the empire. So it's Sherlock Holmes' niece steampunk style. She's the sleuth solving it. This series, I went online, again, to thriftbooks.com. I've completed the whole thing. The series is called The Baskerville Affair. This is book 1, A Study in Silks. Book 2 is A Study in Darkness. And book 3 is A Study in Ashes. So I'm intrigued. Like I said, I love Sherlock Holmes. So you want to give me a series that's based on supposedly his niece. I'm here for this. I'm really excited about this series. This next author, I think I've completed the entire series, but again, picked up the book, was totally intrigued. And it gets this author gets a rousing recommendation from an author that's a favorite of mine, which again, stands him in pretty good stead. But this is the book I picked up out of our library's bookstore, Friends of the Library bookstore. It's called Desert God. by a man named Wilbur Smith. Stephen King was asked once to name the best historical novelist, and he said, Wilbur Smith, you can get lost in his books. I love Stephen King. I've read not everything he's ever written, but a lot of it. So I went to thrift books. Of course, I had to because, and I started putting together the series, figuring out what the series was. So the very first book is this one, River God. It's a pretty thick little paperback too. This is the first book in the Egyptian series, The River God. Then we have, now I want you to see this. Remember I said I never paid more than $5 for a book from thrift books. Nice hardback, dust covered, right? I never paid more than $5 for a book from thrift books, not even for these hardbacks. The Seventh Scroll is the next book in the series. So, sorry, I'm running out of table space here. So you've got The River God, The Seventh Scroll. The next one is Warlock. I love this cover. I love this cover. Warlock. Then The Quest. The Quest. Then this one, Desert God, and I believe this one comes next because Desert God's not the last book in the series. I believe this is the next one. This might be the last one too. I'm not sure. Sorry, I'm trying to find the list at the beginning of the book. Yes, so this is the next one in the series called Pharaoh. Now the really confusing thing is I have two different authors with the book title Pharaoh, so I have to make sure I keep the series straight. But this is, stacking these back up in this order. And now the crazy thing is, remember I said I never paid more than $5 for a book. The thing I love about thriftbooks.com is when you place an order, and they tell you it's in good condition, it's in great condition, it's like new. If you order the book and there is a version that's in better condition, they'll send you that one instead. They'll just upgrade your order if it's in better condition and it's cheaper. Like I just ordered more books today, and I had ordered a paperback that was $4.69, and then when I completed my order, it said they had found a paperback that is listed in better condition for $4.18. So they automatically just saved me 50 cents. I'm definitely going to keep going back and shopping with a company that's going to take care of me. They have a phone app, and at least for right now, I don't know how long this lasts. If you shop through the phone app, you earn 100 points. Every 500 points gets you a free book. Essentially, you get $5 towards a book. I think one of these I got for 99 cents because between the $5 credit that I had and the cost of the book and the shipping, it averaged out to be that I owed the company 99 cents. So, worth it, definitely. Then, as though I didn't have enough already on my plate, because, we've got these three. And we've got the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Wilbur Smith books. We've got the 3 books by Emma Jane Holloway, The Baskerville Affair. We've got the 2 books by Bonnie S. Calhoun in the Stonebreed Chronicles. I swung by Goodwill because, we needed to find more books. I really didn't, but I did. I found 2 there. Again, I let the cover sort of jump off the page at me, and if the cover attracts my attention, then I will go back and look at the description to see. This is another one of those I need to go back and find there's another book, a companion novel called Great and Terrible Beauty, but this is Rebel Angels by Liva Bray. The main character's name is Gemma. She's looking forward to spending her Christmas break with friends, her holiday break with friends. But she has visions. So there's some supernatural paranormal stuff going on, and her visions get really intense and really dangerous and really threatening. So, and like I said, it says a companion novel. So it's not necessarily a series, but I'm going to go look for A Great and Terrible Beauty. Can you guess what website I'm going to go look for it on? This one, holy cow. The cover's beautiful, right? Like we love the cover. The book is entitled Phantom in the Night by Sherilyn Kenyon and Diana Love. There's a woman who lost her mom to a vigilante killer, and Terry Mitchell, as a result, has dedicated her life to working in law enforcement. She's an agent for the Bureau of American Defense, She consults with the New Orleans Police Department trying to bust a crime ring that's suspected of having ties to terrorism. Um, and of course, we can't have a story taking place in New Orleans without ghosts, right? It's like a super haunted town, and there are rumors of a phantom ghost that's terrorizing and killing the very group of people she's investigating. Um, there's a man by the name of Nathan Drake who gets pulled into the same situation from a different side. Um, a drug lord took out everybody he cared about, so he's on a mission to destroy this guy because he destroyed his life. Um, they end up being drawn into the situation together, sort of having to work together. Um, it's very intriguing. If the two of them die, it unleashes an unheard of evil that will destroy the world. So I'm always down for a good paranormal mystery. So this is my haul. All 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17 titles I have bought within the last month because I needed to spend that kind of, and that doesn't count the free ones I've added to my Kindle in the last month. So, but I encourage you, if you're looking for inexpensive books to add to your physical library, thriftbooks.com. It's a great place to go. If you want more information about it, I will put a link down below to thriftbooks.com. You should check it out and the shipping is quick. Like I ordered the bulk of these. I got 4 packages today because they came from different locations, and I ordered them 19th, and it's now the 24th, and I have them. So you get your books quick. They get shipped to you fast. So I encourage you to check out the link below. I'll make sure to put the link to thriftbooks.com down below so you can check it out for yourself. Have a great day.